Welcome back to another episode of the Self-Development Tactics podcast. And it's actually been some time. It's been some time since I've started my day with a good recording session. I've had periods of time where this was my number one priority, and I think this is also totally fine that this is or was my number one priority, because of course priorities change, life situations change, and sometimes this is more important, sometimes that is more important. At this point in time, uni just takes up so much of my time that I just really wanna do the best I can, creating stuff and making stuff as good as I can for uni, and of course also for the podcast. But it is difficult. It really, really is, from time to time at least. What we're probably going to do today is a bit of modeling while we're talking about something rather relevant. Maybe in the future I'm going to be more capable of, how should I say, more capable of talking and doing something rather not related at the same time a bit better. But we're gonna see, I guess. We are just gonna see. I guess I would assume, but yeah. Let's close this and let's not save it for the time. I think we are indeed gonna use Houdini for that matter. So I'm gonna have my screen up there. We're gonna start the good old Houdini that I've really been enjoying the past few weeks, days, whatever. It's enabled me to do some great stuff. But yeah, at this point in time, it is still a lot of work to do. I'm studying architecture at my local university. It is really a lot to do, and I think it should not be overlooked how much time you can, and I do want to underline can, invest into university. Of course, it probably depends on what you're studying and so on and so forth, but in general it is indeed quite a lot of time that you're gonna put into it. And at this point I really have to say that I think it is insane, and I definitely have respect of everyone in general, but of course as well when this person really studied something for those, and it is international, but it doesn't add up that well, I'd say. Those 170 ECTS points. It's a lot. It really is a lot. But one is also having quite a lot of time, I think, and hopefully is doing something that is making one feel good about themselves. So it definitely has some goods. It definitely has some bads. I don't know. Like, it's. I actually do not really want to say it, but there's always going to be some shit about whatever we're talking about. It's always going to be the case. I don't really know what I'm willing to create today, but we're just gonna try a bit. We're just gonna do a bit of stuff. Yesterday I've once again felt my heart being like, well, you should really, really, really rest a bit, and you should not be that angry. And I think just at this day, transform pieces, twist. At this particular day, I have actually, told a friend, like, yeah, hatred sometimes feels quite nice and sometimes is quite an interesting thing and whatever. And at the same day, I felt like, okay, my heart is gonna, is not really happy about the situation that I am presenting. So, what I really, really, really hope that you're doing is, taking a bit of care of yourself and, really trying to make sure that you are as healthy as you possibly can be. What the fuck? And you're not, you're not overdoing things. You're not unnecessarily putting a lot of strain on your mind and body, so to speak, which, can really, 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 really backfire enormously. And I never thought that I'm going to be in a situation, but when you are in a situation, it is not that nice. I've also been to the doctor's office in the beginning of this year, because of, the COVID shot, and I thought that it is, doing something to my heart, so having those heart problems as well. But, it turned out everything to be quite fine. I don't know what it is called. My systolic and diastolic values were definitely not that nice. And yesterday they weren't either. But I think it is fine. I at least hope that it is fine. I'm just, and big disclaimer, you should, but I'm not gonna go to the doctor's office just because of time reasons. And I just also don't want to. To really be honest, I also just do not want to. But let's also do this a bit more. This actually looks kind of cool. We will see. Maybe we're gonna generate some points out of that and then copy some geometry to that. But we are gonna have a look. Let's do 30 by 30, and now the scene has changed. And caps. I wanna have end caps. There we go. This was why things were a bit strange. We could do that shit. I don't know if I like it. It has something, definitely has something to it. Probably gonna change with these things. I think we're gonna go with that one. Already has some quite interesting geometries there in terms of architecture. We could also, of course, twist it and whatever. But I also feel like doing something else. Generate point. And we're gonna see what it does. And yes, it does generate a few points. Then we're gonna copy 2 point. Take care of your health. There are a few song lines. I do not remember them, unfortunately. But a few song lines where it basically is about like, in the end, the only thing that we're having is our health. And it is the case, yes. I can gather so much information around whatever the fuck. But in the end, in the real end, what things are all about is health and your loved one's health. So take fucking care of it. It really, really, really is important. And also should not be overlooked. health in general should not be overlooked. So eat healthy, work out, try as much as you can to just, you know, have a somewhat healthy lifestyle. I would say, you know, I'm not saying, and I'm also gonna propagate like, okay, whatever. Can I do this individual ones? Do I want to do this? No, I don't wanna. Primitive edges, point normal. This looks rather interesting, and so we're gonna take it. We could also rotate that 20 degrees. This could also be rather interesting, so we're gonna take it. And then we're gonna copy this shit to the points and see what's happening. And what is happening is that it somewhat becomes one big floof, which is interesting. It might just be because of this end thing. So what we probably have to do is, what if we remesh it? What if we remesh this shit? Kind of nothing happens. I've had this, you know, quote unquote problem before. I don't know where it stems from, because it actually should where is it? There it is. Should not be the case, you know, it should just, you know, copy this to the points, but maybe primitives. What if I change it to points? Guess from group. Well, nothing really happens. What if I do this? Does this make a difference? No, it really doesn't. The cool thing about copying to points is that you can really create some interesting stuff, because, you know, you're just having a bunch of elements in, you know, rather random places. And, you know, maybe I also have to scatter. What if I type in points? Points from volume, cluster points, convert VDB points, extract all points. What about that? Can I do that? Oh no. Can I do that? You know, maybe it's also because of pack and instance. Full geometry. Yeah. Bounding box. There we kind of go. There we kind of go. It is point cloud, centroid, hidden. I also thought about the size of target points, of whatever. Okay, this looks kind of promising, but just kind of. So it might also be just about this point generation thing that it, you know, just does not work. Number of points, 20. Yeah, you know, let's not do that. You know, is this already what I wanted to have? I don't actually know. Cannot really tell. So it might also be helping for using a... we apparently do not even need... We do not even need the points. It does from point primitives, points. It apparently does already assume we could use a transform thing to maybe just scale it by 0.5 and maybe this by 2 or by 3, because I want to have a bit of a you know, not one big pile of shit, so to speak, but you know, just a few holes maybe as well. Point to copy. What if I'm using a scatter? Maybe scatter and even height field scatter, puro scatter from burst, maybe even scatter and align. Who knows? Who knows at this point? But apparently, not really. Apparently, this is not really what we want. Global seed coverage. I do want a lot of coverage. And it doesn't also really copy things. Scatter points on doesn't really copy it to them. Copy to points. By copying, by multiplying, apply to points by... What if I... What if I choose target points? Okay, cool. So what is the other option? What is the other option? You know, coming back to health, coming back to, you know, things that might matter. What is also really interesting is to see that some things really do not matter at some point of time, or after some time. What is this? Point cloud. Can I do this? No, I can't. Some things just, you know, do not matter at all after some time, which is rather interesting. And what I'm just seeing that this geometry is actually really fucked up. So let's not remesh it. And what if I'm choosing the polygon soup? Does this change anything? No, it does not. And this just creates something. Okay, I think we're just gonna leave it at this. It's some nice sun here. At this point, I don't really know what to do. Copy to curves. We could also do that. Group copy. Copy and transform. Copy to curves. Let's copy to curves. Let's just see what is happening then. This looks kind of interesting. Don't want to say promising. Guess from groups, average and edge direction, central difference. Okay, this does something. Next edge, ignore curve. Okay. Okay, that is interesting as well. I take it maybe maybe I can also do that and not remeshing it. Slash. Oh, it's loading. Maybe it's also dying. Yes, it's apparently a bit dying. Okay, there we go. Looks interesting. Average. Let's choose the average. Maybe now we also let's just, you know, get rid of this node back down there. Things that were at some point really important to one. Can sometimes really not matter at all anymore. let's do copy to points. I do want to see whether I can make it work or if it is just a piece of shit. And I think it is also something really interesting to be aware of, like, okay, back then this, that, and the other thing was quite important to me, but at this point in time, it is not, and it is okay. Maybe it is also better to be like this. Maybe it's good, who knows? I mean it probably really depends on the situation and then whatever you're facing, whatever it is all about, whether it is about this, that, and the other thing, and whatever. But be aware of that. Think about that. Have that in mind. Maybe in the meantime, I could really quickly check out whether there is something new by Seth Godin. Really, no placebos. Lately, I really do enjoy his writing even more again. Okay, this is apparently what this is then. This is apparently what this is then. What were we having here? Maybe, just really maybe, we're gonna have like 2 and not 500 subdivisions. Maybe this is also making it cool. I don't really know, but we're gonna see. Because I don't also want the model to be just, that extremely big. I mean, it is just one chunk, is it? There's uniform scale. There is nothing. I mean, I can scale it and then see what's happening, and then just, have something like this. Whatever this is. Maybe we're also gonna scale it in that direction. I can do that. That is great. Size. Subdivisions. Okay. Didn't know about that either. It's probably making the geometry a bit more fucked up. Polygon mesh, polygon. Does this change something? Yes, it does. Primitive. I would like to have way more smaller ones. Size. Maybe also have to transform this one. Transform. Make it smaller. I don't really know. But it's just doing the whole thing. So what if I do this? Well, obviously this is not working then. Can I change something there when I... Oh, here we go. Okay, apparently this is not really working. So we're maybe just gonna take this one and mash it to one thing, and maybe then make a tower out of it or something a bit more something, I guess. Let's have a look. Let's just use these. Let's just use these and see what we're getting here. And we're getting this pile of something. I mean, it has something to it. A bit, at least. Not really. But what if we crank up the amplitude? Sometimes really cool things happen. And this is what I really enjoy about Houdini and any other parametric design method, that, you're just, playing around with a few numbers and then something really cool appears. Could be a stone, could be an artifact, could be, we could also fractal that, or fractal, and see what is happening. Probably before, I do want to in the end really have a very, you know, one geometry, not again like 500 different things. But we'll see. We'll see. Something that I also do not really enjoy is having some files that are just so extremely big that, you know, in a month I'm not gonna have any space left. But yeah. but yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look at what we're having here. So there was nothing by Seth Godin there. What is something else? What is something else that I've used to go through? Maybe let's see what the Daily Stoic is all about today. Daily Stoic. One free email per day. I really do not have a look at, or I'm not having a look at my emails. This is definitely something that I think I need to work on. I think I need to, you know, do something about, but, you know, I'm not doing that. Not because I don't necessarily want to, but, you know, often I'm just forgetting about it. Like there's just nothing that I need my email for. The only thing it is probably, you know, uni stuff. I could have a look if there is some uni stuff going on that, you know, might be of importance to me, but, you know, probably there isn't, and I might not fractal that. I might just not fractal that and see what else we can do with maybe just, you know, scaling it or shearing it or transforming it in one or the other direction, and really hoping that it's not gonna die here. No, all good. We could also use this node, duplicate it, and then merge it with the other one and have a bit more of a copy thing going on there. I still do not fractal that. Something to be aware of, you know, deleting the stuff you do not need. So there we go. Go away now, please. Wonderful. Having a look at this, and well, actually that, maybe deleting both of them. Where are we? We are here. Go away. And let's see what he's doing. He's doing some shit. And then we are merging them. And then we're doing this. And we are watching what is gonna happen. Oh, nothing is gonna happen. Can I have a look at the merge? We can, though, move this. We probably really should move this. Maybe like that, so that we're having a bit of a thing going on. Yeah, because this might make it really interesting. It might also really break it. You know, when there's some, you know, spikes out, or just a bit more of. I mean, it gets to somewhere. I think I'm getting to like it. My camera froze. The audio is still fine, but the camera is gone. For reasons I don't know. Let's twist it maybe a bit or taper it. What if we twist that? Is this cool? I don't really think so. Length scale. What if we mountain it? This point is just, doing something. Let's see what mountaining does to the whole thing. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's also really bad. But I think it is good. I like it. Let's crank up the amplitude. Let's see what we're having here. Might be a stone. Now it is a stone. Let's say it is a stone. Or something. Twist. Maybe we are not gonna scale it in length, but maybe we are tapering it. This is actually really interesting. A flower stone. I mean, we could copy that. I think, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. Copy or duplicate. Duplicate. And then we are gonna twist it or duplicate it. Total number. Is it 2 or is it 1? Remember, rotate 900 degrees. Yes, of course. I think it was indeed 2. 180. No, this is not really doing what I wanted to. Is it 90? I've had that before. Is it 360? No. What about 200? Well, we're just gonna leave it like this one pile, this one thing. But I'd like to... It really is not necessarily doing what I would hope for. Is it that? No, it quite is not, is it? I think this is what it's doing, and so where are we? There we go. There we go. But I would like it to be... No. Definitely not like that. Definitely also not like that. Okay, I don't really know. maybe we should get back to the normal one. 15. I mean, it is somewhat copied to like to the side of it for reasons I do not really know. That's definitely not what I want. This is also not really what I want. -5. -10. We are getting there. -20. There we go. This looks kind of promising. What if we choose 10 there and we're gonna use -10? I mean, this has something. It looks like a tree. It looks like 2 trees. So I'm taking that one. With that being said, I'm gonna end the episode and also